They are the dumbest, most gullible people in the world who trust the government to tell them the truth about an assassination with a million holes in their story. And so Patrick Bet-David decided to do a poll of his own audience to see where they are. And here it is. Whose side are you on? Turning Point USA versus Candace Owens web war? Overwhelming. Even PBD's audience, and he's a Zionist. Let's remember what Charlie Kirk says about the questions we should be asking about an assassination that doesn't add up.
Again, I think the best reading of what happened there is who wanted JFK dead the most. Again, a lot of people said Israel wanted JFK dead. I'd love to hear that argument. But definitely Lyndon Baines Johnson and parts of our own government and the Cubans wanted him dead. And who actually made it happen? There were like 15 or 20 things that happened that day that were inexcusable. Just like the 15 or 20 things that happened the day surrounding Charlie Kirk's assassination that are inexcusable. And TPUSA, Erica Kirk, all the what do you call it? Mockingbird right-wing social media accounts are also ignoring all those things. They're also betraying Charlie Kirk's legacy because Charlie Kirk's legacy is this. They changed the parade route. He rode in an open-air convertible. LBJ decided not to ride alongside of him. They didn't have security on top of that roof. They lied about having a drone on top of that roof. They had nobody looking at the roof when a guy was allowed to get on the roof and then assemble a rifle, set it up, then they had nobody, but people in the crowd saw it. Then they paved over the crime scene two days later. The bullet didn't leave a drive-through window opening in the back of his neck. All they lied about the SD card. All these things.
How come at all the shootings, people in the crowd point out the suspect
that's right,
before
just
the shooting,
in Butler,
but the cops don't get it?
In Butler,
how's that?
The people in the crowd saw the guy that was getting ready to take a shot at President Trump. They all saw him, and they were screaming. Why is it that the people in the crowd see it, but the people, the professionals, the awesome professionals, they didn't see it? Isn't that amazing? And the vehicle slowed down right when it went by the Texas School Book Depository. A lot there, right? And then, again, I think that all of us are smarter to believe that it was simply Lee Harvey Oswald. The more important question is not, oh, who did it? We have to first acknowledge it that more than one person did it. Yeah. Once we acknowledge that more than one person did it, then we can expose our government to have lied to us about the JFK assassination, which then I think will sober a lot of us about trusting the government in the future. So that's what Charlie Kirk says about stuff like this. And F you for trying to tell anybody to stop asking those questions. F you. You know who the scumbags are? The people who are covering for the FBI's nonsense BS story. You know who the scumbags are? The people at TPUSA who make it sound like asking logical questions is some kind of toxic outrage. That's who the scumbags are. The scumbags are people who are getting paid to make social media posts trying to get people to stop asking questions about this.
Stop. That's it.
Those are the scumbags. The scumbags are the people who are completely betraying Charlie Kirk's own goddamn legacy right here.
That's all I have to say. Stop.
Once we admit that it was more than one person, we can prove the government's lying. So that's where we are right now with this investigation. There is no investigation except the investigation being done by people like Candace Owens, Ian Williams, people at this show, people at a handful of other shows. Let's remember what also Charlie said.
Because I learned during COVID. I learned when they told us that it came from a bat in the Himalayas. I learned when they told us the vaccine was safe and effective. I learned when they told us that ivermectin was horse paste, that you better keep asking questions because it's the only thing that keeps us free. Thank you so much.
So is he a scumbag? Because he's telling me and Candace Owens from the grave, he's telling us never stop asking questions because the government's lying. And you should have learned this a long time ago. Should have learned it during Russiagate. You should have learned it during Ukraine war. You should have learned it during COVID. And you should know it now. You should always keep asking questions. Always. And anybody shaming you for asking logical questions is a scumbag who is on the wrong side of this and is being paid to lie to you, and they're called Mockingbird Media, and if they're not being paid to lie to you, they're the dumbest people in the world.
Which is a lot of people.
Which is a lot of people. I'll admit, that is a lot of people.